Now, tomorrow, we're all excited. We'll all be in the front row. You could all watch it at about midday Australian time, which is going to be the presidential debate between the man who has the job, Donald J. Trump, and the man who wants the job, Corpse Biden. Now, I'm going to be here doing a post-game show straight after the debate, so make sure in all of the things that you have a look at, you'll be able to look at what I think of the debate. I'll tell you right now, the media will automatically declare that Trump is the loser, Biden is the winner, literally, unless he soils his nappy, then Biden's going to be the winner, no question about it. There's some easy money, by the way. There are some sporting organisations that are going to try and take your cash, saying that if you base it off the CNN snap poll, who's going to win? It's going to be Biden, OK? But for those tens of millions of Americans and many more around the world that will be watching, including you, here tomorrow on Sky News, here's what I think is the best path for Trump to have a good day versus Biden to have a good day when it comes to the President of the United States. He needs to talk about the economic recovery. Now, in the pre-COVID time for his entire presidency, 7.9 million jobs were created. Almost that many have been created in the economic recovery thus far since coronavirus hit from China. He also needs to make China the focus when it comes to coronavirus and use that at every opportunity to pivot back to Biden is soft on China. He needs to rattle Biden early in every possible way, from inconsistencies in what he is trying to say, how he's trying to explain himself, the corruption that has clearly been proven when it comes to his family, and ultimately he needs to, at every opportunity, tie Biden back to the socialist loons who are really the ones with the power. For example, his vice presidential candidate, Bernie Sanders, who decided what the party platform would be, or, as we've shown you on this program before, that AOC, Sheila, the first-term backbench MP who was like the human version of Twitter. Because those people frighten normal Americans, particularly the term socialist frightens Americans who came from Latin America, from South America. They left those countries. They don't want to go back to that under Biden. That's what's working at the moment for Trump in the polls. As for Biden, he needs to show clear examples of Trump decisions about coronavirus. If he can point to that, it's going to be impossible for Trump to be able to argue out of those things. But if he tries to keep it general, the reality is that, as you know, the governors have just as much control over their states as our premiers, if not more, and they are the ones in charge of the health response. They are the ones who have literally sued to make sure that state borders can't be closed. So what are the clear examples of what Trump didn't do? He needs to show a greater energy, a hunger for the job. Hiding in the basement might be good for the polls, might be good for the media, but frankly, people can tell the person who just expects to coast to the job versus the person who will fight to the very last minute. Think Shorten Morrison in 2019. He needs to offer himself as an end to the noise. Put simply, if Trump goes off like a Catherine wheel, pause, turn around and say, do you want 4 more years of this? As opposed to trying to feed into the noise. And also, he needs to openly come out and say, look, we won't stack the court. I don't agree with socialism for this, this and this reason. I give you this guaranteed promise that the people who riot on the streets, if they want to vote for me, I don't need your vote, don't vote for me. Admonish those people and then he'll be able to have a better day. But I repeat, as long as he doesn't fall over and start spewing, then the media will turn around and say, good job, Joe, good job. As for Chris Wallace, the best thing he's saying going into this is he's going to not try to say very much. He wants them to fight with each other.
One of these two people is going to be the next president of the United States, and my job is to be as invisible as possible. I'm trying to get them to engage, to focus on the key issues, to give people at home a sense of why I want to vote for one versus the other.
So you'll all see it. I got the times wrong. 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Time is when the debate starts. It finishes at 12:30 Australian Eastern Time. I'll be here along with James Morrow as part of the post-game analysis. So make sure while you're flicking around with everyone else, you are checking us out here on Sky News. Now,